Hey, DMS Uncut, you know what it is, your boy Feezy, the main man. Hey, Montreal, today we got a special guest in the building, man. He's a true definition of longevity, purpose, and evolution. Now, whether you remember him from Black Sash, Block Mode, hustling downtown tapes straight out the trunk, you know what it is? Or maybe all the way live radio. He's a pioneer in the Montreal hip-hop scene. Now, he's not only known for organizing youth tournaments, he's also known for spitting bars. Now today, let's dive deep with the man, the myth, the Montreal hip-hop legend, Sean Fields, a.k.a. Widget.
Stop it. Actually, no, keep going.
How you doing, my man?
I can't complain, man. I'm happy to be here.
Everything blessed?
Yeah, slow motion.
I want to know one thing, man.
Talk to me.
A little flashing and a little fashion. Does it still make girls go down? Does it still work?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that don't work no more still.
Damn, man.
I'm grown right now, so you already know the type of females that I'm trying to tap in with are a little more sophisticated than that. Still, you know?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
But shout out to all the ladies. I don't hate or discriminate. I participate. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. For those who know, y'all know, man, that's a classic line.
No, real talk.
You know what I mean? That was actually the first video I saw from you. Was it your first video?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. So I saw your first video, man. So I know
solo. Actually, no, that wasn't my first video. That was my first solo video.
Okay, so what was your first one? With Black Sash, I guess, right?
Yeah, Black Sash, round here, I believe. If I remember correctly, it was round here. Black Sash, Mega Don. It was C-Dash, shout out to C-Dash. Rigor Mortis, shout out to Rigor Mortis, Mega Don. Yeah. Shout out to Pro V, shout out to Easy. The whole Black Sash crew that was down with the movement.
That's what's up. Shout out Black Sash. And who shot that video? Was it Labnoise too, or?
Nah, that was a brother by the name of Olivier. Shoot, I forget his last name. But he used to be based in DG. I believe he moved to the States at some point. And yeah, Olivier, I would have to go back and check the video to see exactly what his name was or what his production name was. But yeah, Olivier, I forget the name. Look up Round Here on YouTube by Black Sash and you'll see like it was a movie still.
That's it. The reason why I'm mentioning Labnoise is because Labnoise, I mean, made me discover so many artists. Like, it's crazy.
Nah, listen, Labnoise is a staple, dog.
You can't, straight up.
You can't not mention that. When you talk about hip hop in MTL, you have to mention Labnoise because they made a platform for artists at a point in time where there wasn't much going on, you know, as far as the English side anyways. And yeah, they definitely played a pivotal role on pushing a lot of guys out there and letting the world know exactly what kind of talent is out here, especially in the Southwest area. So
how did you hook up with them for your first video? Because I remember back then having a video from Labnoise was something, you know what I mean? Because they were the one pushing the streets and shit like that. Right. So for your first video with Labnoise, how did that all come about, man?
Honestly, we were all like at the beginning stages of just doing our career, like musically anyways. I feel like we were just experimenting, you know what I mean? It was definitely intentional, but like at the same time, it was like, yo, let's just try this and see what comes of it. You know what I mean? It was the beginning of Labnoise, if I remember correctly. They might have had 1 or 2 videos before mine. I'm not sure, but it was the beginning stages. Like I said, it's all Southwest. I was living in DG. They're from DG as well. They knew I was on the grind doing music. Obviously, they seen the downtown work as far as the CDs selling and all that. And we used to go to the YMCA. That's how we like really bulked up. And yeah, from there we just like we both have the passion for the music. Well, all 3 of us, we all have a passion for the music. So it made sense, like I said, that we get together and we do something.
Got you.
And that was it, you know?
So who would you say like gave you your first shot in the music industry? Like someone like hook you, like, yo, come to my studio, man, I think you got something going on. Or is it just by yourself, you just made it happen?
Nah. There definitely was a few OGs that gave me a little push and motivation to, you know, do what I do. It started from TY. TYP, Typhoon, aka Titanic Tech. He has a bunch of different names, but he's one of the OGs that was doing music back in them times. You know, he had a whole crew, the Empire crew. Shout out to them. I must have been like 12 or 11 years old. You know, maybe 13.
They were from where? DG?
No, they're from downtown.
Okay.
Burgundy, couple in Verdun, but mainly Bergs. And yeah, he was on his grind with his crew called Empire. Like I said, they were doing talent shows all over the Southwest, and they knew that I rapped. Me and my brothers rapped, but he gave me an opportunity to be a part of his set because I guess I was the youngest one out of the whole crew, and you know, it would have looked cute on some, oh, look at him, he's rapping.
Some little Bow Wow type shit.
Type thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there was a talent show, right? And basically he wrote a verse for me. He wrote a verse. Then I wrote a verse on top of that. So I had about a 32 bars to spit for that specific event. And the event came around and I ended up flopping in a sense of I didn't remember the rhymes. Damn. I wasn't confident enough with the rhymes, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't end up doing the show. But
yeah, you're in freestyle.
Nah, not even. But at the end of the day, that is what motivated me to continue to do what I do. You know what I mean? I kept writing and I kept, you know, just sharpening my sword. And yeah, I would say that was the very beginning of it that really pushed me to say, yo, keep doing your thing.
So you see, there's one thing like I noticed in Montreal, we talk a lot about those that have been doing it more on the French side, you know, like let's say the pioneers, the Impasse, Mazayan, Sans Pression. I'm sure you heard those names.
Yeah, of course.
Now, let's say for the English side of Montreal, who would be those pioneers, you would say?
For me personally, oh shoot, there's a few of them, a handful of them. So like I said, I always got to big up TY, Typhoon, because like I said, he gave me my official start. But I always looked up to Mags. Everybody knows Mags is that dude.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? He been doing it for years too. The Ghetto Generals, those are my cousins. They were on the scene back then. A bunch of young guys, well, they're our age there, but like when they were on the scene, they were young and they were doing their thing. I remember like looking up to them like, damn, these guys are doing it big still. Who else? Shogun.
I heard of Shogun.
I remember seeing Shogun's music video on Much Music. I was like, yo, this guy's killing it with Butter Babies and all that.
That was Much Vibe.
Yeah. Exactly. I always got to big up my brothers too. Like, yo, we used to have just ciphers at the crib. You know what I'm saying? We had a spot, right, where we had the radio out there in the living room, and that was the living room. Just a radio and a couple couches, right? And every time we come, we have our little sit down, our little sessions or whatever. Pure ciphers was going on. And I got a lot of inspiration from that too. So big up to my brothers, Jungle and Heavy. You know, if I didn't have those times, then it wouldn't like inspire me to continue to do what I do.
Got you.
Yeah.
So they're part of the Black Sash group too?
Like, not necessarily. They're definitely family, obviously, you know, but like they were on that CD for sure, but like they weren't like fully engulfed in it. Like,
got you. Yeah. Hey man, that's what it is. Widget in the building, man.
Yeah.
Now coming up in the game in Montreal and all that back in the day, what was the biggest challenge being an English artist in Montreal?
Oh shoot, what was the biggest challenge? It's definitely not like today. You know what I mean? There's so much different platforms that you could go and promote your music and just get that extra push. So I would say just having that extra push like there is today. You know what I mean? The social media, all of that was not around. So I would say getting that extra push.
And do you feel the whole French versus English thing in Montreal, was it really, how can I say, an issue back in the day for you, or you didn't care?
Nah, to me, I didn't really care. It's definitely a thing. You can't ignore the language barriers because they get a little more support from, let's say, the government or whatever. But at the same time, one thing I notice about the French side and how they move, they have more togetherness with their movement. You know what I mean? I went to a few different shows on the east side, and like, yo, just getting that energy from the crowd and seeing how they respond to their artists out there was different from out here. Out here, it's more of a like, everybody's too cool for school. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to applaud you when you're killing it, or you know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to be the top dog out here. But out there, it's like, yo, they support each other. Their fans are real, genuine fans, and it's just a different feeling. But so I would say that it's definitely different, but I never really looked at it like as, okay, I can't do it because of that.
No, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Because nowadays it's more of an issue, I feel like. Because the French scene is booming like crazy.
Yeah.
And the English scene is kind of like lacking a little
Stagnant
bit. You feel me? So,
yeah.
like, you really see the difference nowadays as opposed to back in the day. That's how I feel, you know?
Right.
But let's say you could give a message to the young Widget coming up.
Yeah.
Young Widget that's about to shoot the video with Labnoise type shit.
Yeah.
Now that you know more about the game and everything, what would be the message?
That's a good one. I would say, yo, be yourself as much as possible. Put yourself out there, you know, grind as much as you can. Any opportunity that comes your way, take advantage of it. Like all these different platforms out there. Like there's so many different platforms. Like I don't want to start to go down the list because like I won't stop, and I don't want to leave anybody out either. But like there's so much different platforms that we could take advantage of right now, and it's necessary to do that. So I would say just, you know, keep your nose to the grindstone, push yourself, and don't let no obstacles stop you, because there will be obstacles. You know, there'll be certain people within your circle that might not like to see you rise. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's your vision, so you gotta bring that to life. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily need people to help you, but you need people to help you. You know what I'm saying? So like, just understand, be confident within your own artistry, and know that once you keep pushing, you're gonna see the difference.
Got you. That's what's up, man. Words of wisdom, my man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, was there like a specific moment that made you step away from music, or like was it gradual?
I would say it was a gradual thing, for sure. But there's a few moments when it happened. I know everybody knows about this one when Bad News passed. It's like it hit the whole city. Everybody kind of like just, man, R.I.P. Bad News. It was just like, yo, he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? He brought everybody together. At that point, there was an event at the Corona Theater.
The New Money Show?
Yeah, you were there, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Sure. Everybody was there, dog. Even me, I was there. Like, I didn't really have no music out, no projects, nothing like that. But he said, yo, you're an artist, come. Like, he opened up the door, gave me the red carpet regardless, because he understood that the potential was there, you know what I mean? And, yeah, just taking that loss, understanding how far he went and how far he was going to continue to go, it was like, oh, man. It was kind of, it definitely made everybody step back. Like the whole scene, the whole English scene kind of just fell off the wagon, so to speak, you know? So that was one of the points when I had my daughter. That was like, obviously you got, you know, life be life, and sometimes, and you just got to step back and make sure you're taking care of priorities first before anything. So when I had my daughter, I definitely stepped back. I didn't really do nothing for years, on top of years. I was still like trying to be creative here and there, but those are definitely two pivotal moments.
No, most definitely, man. Every time I see you on Facebook, I'm like, that's like Dad of the Year, man. You know what I mean? I see you love your kids, man. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
That's really nice. So like, even like becoming a father and being a mentor to the kids,
naturally,
how did it like influence your perspective on life, let's say?
So no, just understanding that, yo, you have people looking up to you. Look, I have a lot of younger siblings, right? So I always understood that I have people looking up to me. But like, as I got older, like I would see a lot of young people, because it's natural to me to be like kind of a mentor, you know? As an older brother, you're always mentoring, you feel me? So it's natural to me. And I would do it with a lot of the younger guys in the neighborhood. So as I got older and I see them coming up to me and they're like, yo, you don't remember you used to teach me how to play ball? Or yo, you wrote my first rap for me, bro. You don't remember that? I get a lot of that, and I realize like, yo, the influence is deep, dog. So it's like I have a choice to either be a bad influence or a good influence. You know what I mean? Because the influence is definitely there. So I had to, you know, figure it out.
Choose one type shit.
Yeah, I couldn't do both, right? So that's it, man. I realized the influence is deep, so I have to use it for the better still.
Now, you know, you were an artist. You took a little break. You came back, dropped little singles here and there, but then boom, all the way live radio.
Yeah.
With shout out to Pro V
and Tokyo Kid.
And Tokyo Kid. I know you've been working with Pro V even from back in the day.
Yeah.
So what was the whole transition like from an artist to a radio host? Like, how did you feel about it? Because I had the same type of transition. You feel me? So how do you feel about it?
It was cool, man. It was natural. It was a natural process, to be honest with you. We were doing a government-funded program, me and Tokyo. Shout out to Tokyo Sensei. And Ken Dog, DJ Ken Dog at CKUT 90.3. Shout out to the whole staff over there. But they had a program, right? And there was a radio show aspect to the program. We got the opportunity to do a little bit of the radio show for Ken Dog. And like there was an opening at the station at the time. And Tokyo had inquired about the opening. He said, he asked me, you think we could do a show? And I was like, damn, let's do it. It's around, it's in our field, right? So it makes sense to like at least try something different. And we got the opportunity. We asked Provi if he was down for the cause. You know, Provi's a DJ of the year. If y'all don't know, like, don't sleep on him. He's got the bangers. All the way live radio every Wednesday from 3 to 5.
That's it.
You feel me? And off the hook radio from 12 to 2. Don't be shy. Give it a try. And like we got together and we made it happen. So it was like, it was an easy, smooth process. Me being an artist, Tokyo being an artist, Provi being the DJ / artist and producer as well. It was just easy. So we did it. And
was it hard sometimes, like, not to play your music too much and stuff like that, or not to be biased because you're an artist too?
Yeah. Nah, not at all. Because me, I'm not biased at all. I mean, if something's dope, it's dope. I'm not going to hate at all. You know what I'm saying?
Most def.
Straight up.
And while you were doing the whole radio thing, did you miss being on stage, or it's like, nah, I think I love this radio shit now?
I can't say I missed being on stage because I was still semi-active. But it's definitely different, you know. I kind of did that, and I fell off the music a little bit, but at the same time, Provi and Tokyo are there. We're all building music at the same time, so we're staying active, you know what I mean? I would say I fell off the radio for a little bit, like I would say like 5 years ago. It's been about 5 years. Like I lost motivation to do the radio show because I was lacking in the music a bit, you know? I wanted to like kind of do more music than the radio show, and yeah, so it kind of had a little bit of a clash, but at the same time, life was lifing, you know. I had to step back and say, okay, what am I really doing? If I'm not gonna, you know, fully be involved with the radio show, or I'm not gonna fully do my music, I gotta sit back and, all right, back to the drawing board. What am I really doing? You know what I mean? It came to a point in my life where I felt like I was losing my identity. You feel me? And my thing is, I love music, you know what I'm saying? I love basketball. So I had to like figure out a way, all right, let me step back and figure out how to get back to me. So that was basically the situation with that.
And you see, the fact that you mentioned that makes me think like you sat back, thought about it, and you started the basketball tournaments.
Yeah.
All that is something that's really been consistent for like, what, 4 or 5 years now, I think?
Yeah, we're going on year 6.
Year 6. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So where did the whole idea came about for the basketball tournament? You're like, I think I could do this, man.
Well, okay, so basically back to the identity thing. I said this in the next interview too. It's like going through that, it's like, how could I get back to doing what I love to do? You know what I'm saying? B-ball. And I started training and getting my body back to where it's supposed to be, and training with a bunch of younger athletes as well. And it's actually one of my homies. Shout out to Mac Mizzle. You know, he was over there stationed in Bergs, right across from the park. And he was like, yo, let's do it. Let's do a tournament over here. And at first I was like, oh, that's a lot of work. I don't know if I could do it. But he obviously seen something, and he's like, yo, nah, let's try a thing, and we'll figure it out as we go along. So that's basically it. Shout out to Matt Mizzle. He kind of pushed the button on that, and we just came together and made it happen.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Because I know organizing tournaments and stuff like that, man, making sure everybody show up, organizing the whole thing to make sure it's professional, that's work.
It's work. It's work.
You know
it's
what I mean?
Definitely work. But don't get it twisted. The first couple years, they were definitely like, it wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
We were there, like, obviously the intention is there, but second or third year, it got rained out. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that you have to learn going through the process, that you have to plan for these things to happen, you know? So, yeah, that was part of the process. But it wasn't always great. It's only last 2 years that it really came together properly. Teams showed up and everybody was pulling up. So that's my advice to anybody trying to do something. Like, if you want to do something, you have a vision, like, don't stop just because it doesn't work out the first time. You know, sometimes you have to go through a process to really make sure that you get the best out of it. The first time it might not happen. The second time it might not happen. But the third time is going to get better. The fourth time is like, just keep going at it. You know what I mean? That's how you really build up. That's
it. Talk that shit, man.
Real life.
Widget in the building. Now, for someone who never been to those tournaments, like what's the vibe like? Like, what makes them special?
Ah, man, it's a community thing, right? So it's basically it's on my FUBU tip, where it's for us and it's by us.
That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying? Like, the whole community pitched in, help us out, get the barbecue, get the food, get the, there's a bunch of different vendors there to create an atmosphere. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people from the neighborhood that are there, so it's like a family vibe all the way around. You know what I mean? Kids running around everywhere. The energy's high. Basketball is a competitive sport, so there's a lot of competition going on within the whole space.
So how you recruit the participants? Like,
I'm a baller. I like to think I'm still a baller somewhat, but
so you recruit them, or people have to sign up?
I know a lot of the ballers. You know what I mean, and people that talk telephone. You know what I mean, like. It comes from the network and just me knowing a lot of ballers as well. But yeah, definitely. It's within the network, man. You already know basketball is a close-knit community in Montreal, right? So all the ballers know each other. So from the word goes out, everybody knows what's going on, and people will reach out, and other times I would have to reach out to people, but that's basically it.
So what's your long-term vision for the tournament? Where you trying to take it, man?
Shoot, I want to. Honestly,
let's manifest it, man. Let's get it.
So, listen, I'm going to tell you guys my life goal. I want to create a community center, you know what I mean? Something like the YMCA.
Nice.
But, like, on my FUBU tip, for us and by us. So, like, me understanding the needs and the wants of the community, you know what I'm saying? I could create programs that cater to the community. Best, because I come from it from the bottom to the top. Like, I understand a lot of it, you know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of people out there that have that same sentiment. So that's my long-term goal, to like create a community center. We'll have athletic programs as far as basketball, football, the whole works, you know what I'm saying? I don't discriminate, like I said. Whatever we could use as a vehicle to create a stronger community.
Nice.
You feel me? It's necessary, it's important, and it's how we're going to strive as a people. So it's like, that's the long-term goal. Obviously, I want to do like basketball leagues. It's a hard vision to have, but I'm definitely looking to do that, a league, you know what I mean? Create programs for the youth where they could. Okay, so boom, let me just show you. Black Mode Athletics and Arts Community. That's going to be the name of it. You know what I mean? And it's based
keep the brand, you know what I mean?
Athletics and arts. But there's also going to, obviously, we have to have an academic aspect to it, right? Where we're creating strong-minded young people as well. So this is all part of the process, and it's the vision. That's the vision right there.
I love the whole evolution, by the way, man.
Appreciate it.
You feel me? Like, for real. Because, I mean, it takes time. It's hard to build stuff.
Yep.
It's hard to actually give up on your first dream, if I can call it like that, music, let's say.
Yeah.
To focus on something even better, if you ask me. I feel like that, because you're actually giving a lot of opportunities to people.
To others, right.
And this is the whole point of life. I feel like when you're able to feed and give opportunities and help others, this is a blessing. So I wish you the best, man. I hope that it happens, you feel me?
Yeah.
Most definitely, my man. Briefly, the 24-hour clinic.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that, man.
All right, so boom, check this out. What we got going, right, is we call it the 24-hour clinic, right? Where we're training youth and young athletes, not only them, but whoever's willing to come out and just do something to, make themselves a little bit more healthy and understand that the physical health is very important. So basically, we do a open concept where we open the doors to youth that want to come and train for free. You know what I mean? 24 hours. We do 2 hours a week every Saturday. You know, we'll go to different parks and we just get a whole training circuit going. You know, and we do it for 24. Well, we do it for more than 24 hours, but we just call it the 24-hour clinic because it's a cool name and it's like it's about your health. You know what I mean? Where you go to check on your health at the clinic, right? So boom, that's it. And basically, we did it before the tournament last year. We're definitely doing it again this year. And it's open to all the youth again. You know what I mean? Like, come, get your training on, get your development on. We also push.
Is it only for the youth or like?
No. Like I
adults
said.
too, because I know a lot of people that need to get on that.
No. Facts. That's the thing. Like, me being a little bit older, I'm 39, turning 40 right now. You know what I mean? God bless.
Listen. Yes, sir.
And, like, even for the older guys, like, a lot of the time they might want to come, but they're hesitant because they don't want to feel the pain or they're worried about how somebody else is going to look at them. Like, it's not necessarily the cool thing to do. Yeah. So I put myself out there and I train with the kids. They see me sweating and me getting to the point where I'm feeling pain and, you know what I mean? All that. So they're like, yo, if he could do it, why can't I do it type thing? You know, motivation and inspiration all the way around the board. Definitely, we invite everybody who's willing to come and put in that work straight up.
Hey, man, that's beautiful, man.
Look out for that.
My man Widget, man, making moves. Let's take it back a little bit, man. Montreal music and stuff, because I know you've been listening to what's happening right now with the new generation.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the English scene right now, man?
Oh, it's wicked. It's fire. It's getting back to what it's supposed to be. A lot of young guys are definitely advancing. They're way more advanced than we were in the sense of because they have. Like I said, all these before, like I was saying, they have all these different platforms. They're taking advantage, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
So choose one: this wave or our wave from back in the day.
I would have to say our wave.
That's what I'm talking about, like by far, bro.
That's what created the wave. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't do it, then they wouldn't. Who knows what it would look like right now?
I feel like the English side is sleeping a lot. Like, you feel me? Like back in the day, I remember a whole lot of people used to send me their stuff and stuff like that, and music. Now I gotta go like really look for some music, for new music and shit like that.
Having this platform, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
From that time to this time. So you see the difference and all the different type of artists that are out there. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You know.
So I've noticed, but I feel like there was a little moment where everything was booming. Not many people were dropping back to back, but then I don't know what happened, man. In the last maybe a year or two,
2 years,
it's been slowing down a lot. I hope people get back at it because, hey, man, there's a whole lot of talent, man.
Nah, there is.
Is there any names, anybody you watching, you looking at right now that's...
everybody, man. I try to stay, you know what I mean, just knowing what's out there. Like, shout out to all the boys, King K, shout out to Borden, shout out to Mike Sharp, Nicholas Craven, shout out to Provi, he's out there putting in work. 80 Rock, that whole crew, they got mad fire out there. Who else? Shout out to UDOT, obviously, I can't forget him. He's a young guy on the come up.
Most def.
Killing the game right now.
Is there something like you feel the new generation is doing better than us?
I would say the consistency.
Okay.
As far as putting out all kind of music.
Okay.
The visuals. Yeah, that's about it.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're better than us then.
those are two main aspects of it, right? So
most
it's like, they're doing it.
And what do you feel is missing in today's scene compared to
what it was?
Yeah.
I would say the variety of artists. Yeah, we need more. We need more of our artists to like step out there and really push their products because there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of guys doing their thing. We just need to be out there a little bit more.
And the whole concept of unity, we got to be together and shit like that. Do you believe in it?
Yeah, definitely. Yo, like I was saying,
in the music industry though.
Yeah, the East Side. Yo, when I went to their shows, bro, I'm telling you, it was a different type of energy, and it was a beautiful thing to see. You know, that's what we lack as English, you know, the English sector. And that's we need that, bro. Like honestly, we need that. Like all joking aside, we need that, like, guys. It's okay to like big somebody else up, you know what I mean? If they have a dope project, don't be shy to say it, promote it, do whatever you have to do. Or like if you're at a show and you see them performing and they're doing their thing, killing it, like, yo, big them up. Let them know. It's nothing. It don't take no skin off nobody's back to big somebody else.
It's too hard for them, man. They hate it. They hate to give props, man.
Everybody wants to be the big dog, but at the end of the day, we're all big dogs. We just gotta, you know.
Now, what would you change in the Montreal scene if you had the power?
Oh, good question. What would I change? Just that. The unification of the English side. You know what I'm saying? If we're all pushing each other and we're all uplifting each other. Okay, we could have our disagreements, you know what I mean? Our back and forth. It's natural, it's competition. You know what I mean? That's how steel sharpens steel. But like at the end of the day, we're all trying to do the same thing. So it makes sense to everybody push each other. You know what I mean? That's it.
Do you feel like the older generation in Montreal hip hop is respected or forgotten?
I mean, I get respect. So, and I feel like a lot of the time the OGs get respect. I'm not sure if they get enough respect, but they definitely, I mean, people big me up all the time, so I can't say, you know, I'm not.
Well, do you think, like, what I mean more is more like, are you able to tell the story of English Montreal hip hop type thing, or do you feel like people don't really remember who was doing what and stuff like that?
Nah, you know what it is too. It takes a community to really tell the story. You know, it can't be one or two people. It has to be the whole community, because a lot of the time the story falls onto deaf ears and the history gets erased and then rearranged. But at the end of the day, we have to keep it alive ourselves. Guys like you are doing it, and other different platforms are doing it. I see a couple of them, but like it has to be more of a collective thing where we make sure that the younger generation knows the history. So it's definitely it's up to us to do that, to be honest with you.
So if you have a young 18-year-old comes up to you, is like, yo, Widget, man, give me one advice. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it in this Montreal hip hop scene.
Yeah.
You're OG, vet, pioneer. What should I do?
I would tell him to continue to grind, you know, go out there, network with all the people that's in the industry, you know, and don't be afraid to show your face. Because that's one thing I realize about this generation. Like they do the music, they're creative as hell, but like they're scared to do the networking part.
No, they're not outside really networking and shit,
shaking hands and kissing babies. Facts. You know what I mean? Like they got to get that aspect of the game. I feel like that's missing. That's another thing that's missing. Like back in the day, people were more likely to be outside.
Yeah, for sure. Like, even flyers and shit. You got a brand new mixtape or a party or whatever the case is. You downtown flyers or mixtapes,
pushing that. So it's like, that's one thing that's missing. People are a little bit scared to talk to each other and things like that. So we have to definitely break that down.
That's what's up. Now I know you got a new project that you were working on, Bottom. What's up with that, man? Is it still in the making?
It's in the making. It's I kind of put that to the side right now because I'm currently cooking with Provi and Ruckus Cage. Shout out to them. These guys are a brother duo from DG producers, and Provi as well. We got a two-sided project we're working on. No names yet, but we're cooking. You feel me? And the bottom is still there. I'm probably gonna release that one first just to get ready for the next rollout. But definitely look out for the Ruckus Cage Pro V collab with me. We're cooking still.
That's what's up, because like I was telling you off air, I didn't even know you did a whole project with Nicholas Craven, stuff like that, you know, from back in the day. That was like from 2016, maybe, maybe before.
Yeah.
that's fire.
Yeah.
Because you're like one of the first that, you know what I mean, was on this production.
Shout
and I
out to
see
Craven.
he been having that fire. You know what I mean? Now, my man Widget, man, before I let you go first, of course, you know, I'm trying to hear some bars, of course. But briefly, man, let's talk about just the mainstream topics, man. I want to know what you think about what's happening, or maybe if you follow or not.
Yeah.
What's up with the Diddy case, man? What's your opinion on Diddy, man? You know, we grew up on Bad Boy, though. You know what I mean?
Diddy.
What you think about that, man?
Man, to be honest, like as I got older, I stopped like taking certain things personally. You know, I learned how to separate the creativity from the personal life. You know what I mean? And like I try not to get into the personals too much. I know like a lot of people have an opinion on all the gossip and stuff, but I'm like the opposite. I don't really watch that. I just know that it was an era in hip hop where they were killing it. Obviously, I don't agree with none of that. You know, whatever the allegations are, I don't agree with none of that.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm
For
saying?
sure.
That whole wave is crazy work. But
You didn't hear the details and stuff like that, or did you?
Nah. I try not to get into it, to be honest with you. The whole cast.
You want to hear something crazy?
Let me hear it.
So you know the whole Cassie situation, right?
Yeah.
Big pause, by the way. So apparently, allegedly, P. Diddy used to tell Cassie to have sex with a male sex worker, and he used to sit back and watch.
Yeah.
And then he used to tell her, you know, he used to tell the man, you know, finish in her bust and Cassie type thing. And once he was done, he told Cassie to grab the nut inside of her and rub it on his nipples.
That's crazy word. Super pause. No,
Yo, bro.
Diddy.
That's crazy.
Me personally,
I mean, bro, that's crazy. That's
Like
some shit that, like, bro, like, I never heard of some shit like that. Like, you're gonna hear some new shit on this fucking trial.
yo, real talk. That's the reason why I don't get into the personal.
I feel you now here.
Like a lot of the time, like people who you look up to and you're like you idolize, like they end up being some weirdos, dog, and you're like,
Oh, that's crazy though.
damn.
You know what I mean? So
you
yeah,
end up heartbroken, and a lot of the time. So like, I just I enjoy the music for what it is, and the personal life is separate. So I try not to get into, you know.
No, another thing too, the whole Young Thug trial and all that.
Right.
Now, back in the day, bro, we didn't give a fuck really about the lyrics. We used to just rap. It is what it is. You say what you gotta say.
Yeah.
Now, nowadays, you know, you see all these artists getting caught up, getting arrested, and getting in jail and stuff like that.
Right.
Just sometimes they use the lyrics in court.
Of course.
Do you focus? I mean, do you think about that when you write music now, where it's like, nah, I'm still gonna write what I feel?
Nah,
like?
I always did. I always like try not to incriminate myself. It's just a natural. To me, it's natural. Like if you have, you do a little one flex the day before, and then you come to the studio and then you're talking about the flex where you're incriminating yourself. To me, that's foolishness, bro. Right? It don't make no sense.
Well, back in the day, we were kind of incriminating ourselves too. You know, chopping on the block. We were saying what it is. Like,
but we were doing it in a way where it was more creative. If I was chopping on the block, I wouldn't say I was chopping on the block. I would say I was chopping trees like a lumberjack. You know what I mean? I was trying to make it a way where it's like, what do you say? You know, like if you're a square and you don't understand what chopping trees is, you think I'm in the forest really chopping trees.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll put it in a way where it sounded cool a little bit more.
No, but that's the artist in you, you know, because you know how to do that. You're good like that.
Yeah,
not everybody could rap like that too, you know. So some of them is just like, I got to tell it how it is.
True.
I'm on the block chopping. Like it is what it is. There was a lot of that back in the day too, you know.
Facts.
I'm chopping rocks on the block. Got the Glock. You know, you feel me? You never thought of battle rapping?
Yeah, no. I mean, of course, I thought about it.
Yeah,
but like, I know that I get real emotional quick.
Okay.
So I don't want to go to that level. Like,
okay, and then they hit you up with some line. You're like, nah, I can't take this.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that one was crazy.
It would go left real quick. So I just stay out.
Yeah,
I know my lane. I stay out of that.
I feel you, most def, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Widget in the goddamn building, man. It's a pleasure to have you, my man. Most definitely. I mean, I wish you the best in the projects and everything you're trying to start. I wish you the best in the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
Bro, you really a pioneer in this Montreal shit. Everybody knows Widget. You feel me? Money makes the world go round. Yeah, that's my shit. You dig? So most definitely, man, shout out to you, Widget. Thanks for coming. You already know, DMS Uncut. Your boy Feezy, the main man. We out. Let's get it.
DMS
Uncut.